Hello, this is Games Are Things, and welcome to Bloodborne Road to Plat, a video series in which I show you how to get all the trophies in Bloodborne. This video will be covering all the bonus bosses, as well as a few miscellaneous ones. For starters, we'll do the Cleric Beast, which is commonly seen as the first boss of the game. From the central Yarnum lamp, just go left, to the top of the house, and left across the bridge. He can be made easily defeated if you break his limbs, which I found was best done by charging the heavy attack on the hunter's axe two-handed. For Blood Gem Contact, you just need to pick up your first Blood Gem. This can be easiest done by going left from the Cathedral Ward, right up the stairs, left of the gate, and then right again past the Church Giant, down the stairs, and then in the chest at the end. Lots of enemies will just drop Blood Gems, especially as you get later into the game, so it's a pretty easy one to get. The next bonus boss is Blood-Starved Beast. Just go left from the Cathedral Ward, down into Old Yarnum, and he'll be at the end. I just use the Punch and Cocktail and Fire Paper method to dispatch of him, because it's the easiest one you can do. He also drops the Pthumeru Chalice when you kill him, so hey, two birds with one stone. Do be careful, because in his second phase, he'll start constantly spewing acid around him, so just watch out. Pick up any rune for Rune Contact, and pick up a red etched rune for Rune Master. You can get both of these in one if from the Cathedral Ward, turn right through the door that is now opened after you kill Blood-Starved Beast. Up the elevator, jump off halfway through, just work your way around, and then you will open up a chest with a Formless Odin rune that will give you both trophies. Upon exiting the Grand Cathedral, turn right and you'll make your way into Hemwick. At the end are the Witches of Hemwick. They will be constantly summoning these nightmare enemies to fight for them, who are the real bosses of the arena, to be honest. They'll also teleport around the room as you do damage to them, and they'll even revive each other for just more fun. But I do suggest using bolt paper to help burst down the nightmare enemies and to add on a little bit extra damage to the two witches. So, good luck. They also guard the Rune Workshop tool, which you'll need to equip runes to your hunter. You will need to get to Yahar'gul in order to get the next bonus boss. This can be achieved by dying to one of the Pthumerian jailers one during the game, or just killing wrong, in which you'll be automatically transported there. In Yahar'gul, just go down the stairs and into the back room, and at the end will be Darkbeast Paarl. He has long, wide, sweeping attacks imbued with lightning and he jumps around a whole lot. His limbs are kind of easy to break, but you gotta be able to nail him down in order to do that, so be careful. He also guards the shortcut back to Old Yarn. Amygdala is at the end of the Nightmare Frontier, which can be accessed by being grabbed by the Amygdala outside of Cathedral Ward, or by going through the Nightmare Lecture building. Only his head really takes damage, so using a weapon with a lot of range, such as a greatsword or the threaded cane, can be useful. But you are able to break his limbs, so it's kind of a trade-off. He also guards the Ailing Loran Chalice, so once again, there's another chalice. You will need to get a Blood Gem of rating 15 plus for Blood Gem Master. These are randomly dropped by Chalice Dungeon bosses in depths 4 and 5. Your first chance is probably Ailing Loran, player 1. To get to Cainhurst, you will need the Cainhurst summons. Go across the bridge, turn left once you're past all the enemies, and you'll eventually come to the entrance of a small village. Go left up the cliffside overlooking the village, and when you get to the dog cages, turn left again. Go down a ladder into a cave where there will be a poisonous pool at the bottom. Hug the right wall, and then ascend the next ladder all the way back up to Yharnam. Go past the brain sucker, up the ladder onto the roof, and then through the window. Go right, and on the medical table by the Celestial Emissary, you'll see your Cainhurst summons. With summons in hand, return to Hemwick, go straight through and towards the obelisk. A carriage will appear, get on, and it will take you to Cainhurst. Once you make your way through the Library of Cainhurst and you do some platforming on the rooftops above, you will come to Martyr Logarius at the very top. He uses really powerful blood spells to attack you, so be careful of that. And in his second phase, he'll thrust a sword into the ground, which will constantly summon spells of its own to attack you. He can be somewhat susceptible to parries if you're able to nail them, and they'll do a lot of damage, so that can help speed up the fight. To get to the choir, you'll need the upper cathedral key. From Yahargul Unseen Village, go left down the stairs and past the 2 bell maidens. Upon exiting the room with the 2nd bell maiden, go straight up the stairs, turn right, and find a gap in the railing on the right. Drop down until you come to a square room, and then you'll want to drop down into the cage in the middle, and the corpse will have the key. The door on the right unlocks after killing the blood-starved beast. Go up the elevator, go all the way to the top of the tower, and unlock the door. You are now in Upper Cathedral Ward, and you will get your choir trophy. After you make your way around Upper Cathedral Ward, you'll come to the Celestial Emissary. Only one of them is the real boss, and after you find him out, he will grow in size. He pretty much fights like a normal enemy, just bigger, meaner, hits a bit harder, more health, but otherwise it's not much different. He will summon reinforcements throughout the fight, but it's really not that big of a deal. Behind the Celestial Emissary through the window is Ebrietas, the daughter of the Cosmos. She uses really powerful arcane spells as long as having a nasty headbutt. In her 2nd phase, she will emit an aura that constantly damages both her and the hunter. Both her arms can be broken, but this is kind of just a fight you gotta have good mechanics. She also drops the great Isz Chalice, so there's your 3rd and final chalice as well. Hey, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. This is the part where I beg you to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell, but whether you do that or not, I hope you have a good one.